Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, my name is Meredith Ashola, and this is where we get very real, talking about personal growth, female entrepreneurship, and just building that life you love and deserve. Today I'm sharing how I stay motivated every single day, how I've turned setbacks to combats with amazing opportunities, and how you can achieve an entrepreneurial mindset no matter what life throws at you. But before we get started, let me just ask you one question. Have you ever felt stuck? Literally as though you can't move forward, you can't pivot, no matter how many amazing ideas you have and how many things you want to do, you just can't move. If that sounds familiar, then this video is 100% for you. By the end of it, you will have some actionable steps to get started and get motivated. Let's start with the foundation, daily routines. For me, it's mornings. This is what sets the tone of the day. When you hear people say, start how you mean to go on, it is so true. For me, starting my day is with prayer, journaling, and exercise. These three things are crucial for my day going to plan, okay? Any day I don't pray, I'll be honest, I do feel it in my spirit. Anyone that is religious may be able to resonate and really understand this. Just having that time with God to, again, just express gratitude, tell him how I feel is super important. I know there's been times where I haven't prayed, and honestly, I just feel like my energy is off, my interactions are off. I feel like my days end up not going to plan, and just like I said, spending time with God and just being grateful, expressing gratitude, honestly makes such a difference in my day. Start your day with a high level of positivity and you are more than likely going to have a positive rest of the day. If you start it with negativity and without a clear mind, then you're gonna have a messy and jumbled and just not a highly successful proactive day. These three habits in the morning collectively help me stay so grounded, energized, and focused to really take on whatever the day has to throw at me. Being an entrepreneur, even though I usually have a plan of what's gonna happen each day, anything can change at any given moment. If you're looking for a guide on how to build daily habits, I would 110% recommend reading Atomic Habits by James Clear. It is one of my favorite books. James Clear explains so beautifully how to daily stack your habits, how to start off very small and grow. I'll be honest, for me, I didn't just wake up and start doing these things every single day. No, it was a whole change in mindset. I had to start small and slowly build. You want to get to a point where your daily routine becomes a habit. It becomes a habit as much as picking up your phone first thing in the morning and looking at it. You'll get to a point where you don't want to look at your phone first thing in the morning until you've prayed, journaled, and you're on your way to the gym. That's when you're checking your emails. That's when you're checking your social feed. Before then, it is about you. Okay, it's you being intentional for your day. Once you get to that point, your day will change significantly. Your mornings will be so seamless. The second thing, which links to the first, is mindset. Once you have your daily habits in place and your brain and your mind is a lot clearer, you're able to think a lot clearer, you're able to think a lot more positively. Okay, so for me, almost 4 years ago now, I was made redundant. At that time, my mindset was a lot weaker than what it is now. I felt very, very sorry for myself for a very long time because it was a sad situation. And having a weaker mindset, my first reaction to the situation was, I'm gonna go home. I need to go home, where it shouldn't have been. It should have been, okay, how can I make the most of this situation? That's what someone that was thinking positively should have been thinking. It took me a couple of days to get there. However, when I did, that is when everything changed. That was when I was able to pick myself up. And that's when I said to myself, we are going to make this work, okay? We are going to start this business. And alhamdulillah, look at it, I did. With a positive mindset. With that positive mindset that you have, it is really going to push you through the hard times. When I started, I didn't have a glamorous salon with people working for me and a receptionist and an assistant and all these other things and the latest tools and all the best products. No, it was me and my trolley taking taxi, going from house to house. However, the positive mindset is what pushed me through. When I was on my darkest days, it was knowing that there was going to be light at the end of the tunnel if I kept pushing. As an entrepreneur, if you stay in those dark times and you pity yourself, you're going to struggle to move forward. You need to remember what you're doing for a reason, and it will get you somewhere, okay? It may not happen the next day. Often we plant seeds, and some of these seeds take sometimes a year to grow, even 2 years in some cases. Seeds and flowers don't bloom overnight. It is a process. As an entrepreneur, take every setback, every no as a new opportunity. Once you change your perspective and your mindset, great things will happen. Okay, so let's get really practical, okay? The first couple of steps were about mindset and discipline and exercise. Now to continue down the practical route in terms of achieving your goals. If your goal is to start a business, start small. Okay, rather than thinking for a week, I'm gonna start a business, I'm gonna start a business, I'm gonna start a business. Set small, bite-sized goals. So week 1 could be, I'm gonna spend a week researching my target market. Week 2, I'm gonna spend week 2 researching my competitors. Okay, these are small, bite-sized goals. So by the end of month 1, you would have developed a business plan, for example. End of Q1, you'll be able to start your business, okay? So everything becomes a lot more achievable. And as well, celebrate those small wins, okay? So if by the end of week 1, you're able to conduct all your market research, celebrate that. Pat yourself on the back, take yourself out, you know? Share the good news with your friends and say, do you know what? I'm so proud of myself. I was still working a full-time job and I was able to research all of these things, and now I'm ready for the next step of me starting my business. Celebrating those small wins builds momentum, okay? It gets you excited for what's next. It lets your brain know that you can achieve these things. Also, to help you stay motivated and have a motivated mindset, is to always remember your why, okay? And this could be part of when you pray, when you journal, when you exercise in the gym, whenever it is, but remember why you're doing what you're doing. This as well will keep the momentum going. Keep why in the front of your mind, okay? Now, again, going back to my original point, one of the ways I do this is first thing in the morning when I am praying and when I'm journaling. Again, when I'm grateful and I'm expressing my gratitude for all that I have, I remember why I'm doing what I'm doing, why God has given me the gift that he's given me, okay? So one of the reasons, I've got many reasons why I'm an entrepreneur and why I have a business, okay? But one of my most personal reasons is because the idea of freedom. I like to be free. I want to build a life for myself where I can wake up when I want to wake up, go to bed when I want to go to bed. Okay, when I eventually have kids, I'm able to spend as much time with them as I want. You know, I'm not constrained by, oh, I have to work X amount of hours because the business needs me. You know, I hope that one day my business fully runs without me having to be so involved. That's why I'm doing everything I'm doing now. I'm putting all the work in now because the future version of myself is going to thank me. You know, your why could be that you want to buy your dream house, you want to move country. What is your why? What is pushing you to do what you do? What is going to help you stay disciplined and motivated? What's going to get you out of those bad days? Okay, what is the end goal and why is it the end goal? It's that why that will keep you grounded on your darkest and deepest days when you feel like giving up. And at the end of the day, it all comes down to mindset, okay? A mindset is like a muscle. The more you work on it, the more you exercise it, the more you use it, the easier it gets, the stronger it gets. This will soon just become like a routine, super easy, super simple to have that positive mindset. When you're really able to shift your mindset, that is when you're able to officially overcome setbacks. Okay, that is when you're really able to grow. A fixed mindset says, I can't do this, I can't do that. Yes, you can. If you can't, okay, what are the limitations? What is stopping you? And how can you overcome that? If it's like, oh, I can't start a business yet because I don't have enough time. Okay, sit down and evaluate your time. Set what portion of time can be taken from other places. If you're finding that you're spending 3 hours a day scrolling through Instagram and TikTok and on WhatsApp and it's unproductive time, scale it back. Spend 1 hour. Those 2 hours you have free is now what you're going to invest in your business. Okay? Stop looking for excuses to not do things. Stop using the word can't when you can. It's embodying a whole new mindset. I'll give an example. I no longer drink alcohol. When people ask me, do I drink? At first, last year when I thought I was giving up alcohol, I was like, yeah, I'm trying not to drink. Trying not to drink means that I'm trying. I can do it. But if I mess up, it's not so bad because I'm only trying. God loves a trier. Countless times I messed up last year and I ended up drinking, okay? Now I've changed my whole mindset, my whole persona. I do not drink. If you ask me, do I want to drink? No, I don't drink alcohol. That's how it is. I'm not trying to stop drinking. I don't drink. That is how you change your mindset. That's how you adapt and embrace a new character. That is me. That's the person who I am. So that's the same thing, okay? If you're starting a business, if you want to take up a new sport, oh, I'm trying to run. No, I'm not trying to run. I am a runner. When you adapt this new mindset, you become it. After you've adapted this new mindset, don't get me wrong, it's not going to be perfect straight away. You know, if you now are quote unquote a runner, not that you're trying to run, there may be times where you don't feel like a runner, okay? But it's not always going to be perfect. There may be days where you don't feel like running even though you're a runner, okay? There may be times where you're faced with things or you have setbacks. Ask yourself, what have I learned? Don't give up. On your journey, there's going to be times where things don't go to plan. These things don't just happen overnight, okay? There will be times where you have setbacks. That's just the reality. That is just business. That is being an entrepreneur, okay? But when you have these setbacks, don't give up. You're still an entrepreneur, okay? As long as you're acting like an entrepreneur, as long as you're acting like a business owner, you are one. Okay, it's when you stop acting like it and you stop being proactive and you change your mindset, that's when you're no longer an entrepreneur, that's when you're no longer a business. Whenever you face a setback, rather than give up, ask yourself, what opportunity is this creating? Every time someone says no, okay, what opportunity is this creating? What have I learned from this? Okay, this investor said no. Why did he say no? What can I change? What did he say no to that I can change that someone else will now say yes to? Make him regret that no. That's what I did. When I was looking for investors, anyone that said no, I will give you reason to regret it, okay? My business is going to thrive to a point where you wish you did invest. It all comes down to mindset. There was a time when my business was really, really struggling with social media. I sat down and I did a digital marketing course to make sure I understood social media to bring my business up. Because at the time I couldn't afford a social media person, so it was all me doing it. I had to learn it. Embody it. I am a social media manager. I gave myself the job title as social media manager. So I took it seriously. So I made sure I posted. So I made sure I understood social media, algorithms, TikTok, Instagram, how to make a business grow on there. I could have just quit and hired someone straight away, you know, and been like, oh, let me leave it to professional. Don't worry, I have now, because now it comes down to time and where I invest my time. Time is the most precious, the most expensive thing. And the business is growing to a point where I physically wouldn't have the capacity to do social media. If I did, other elements of the business will drop. So yes, now I have. So when stuff is going on, I know exactly what's happening in my business. Now I want to challenge you. Think of a recent setback that you had. Write it down on a piece of paper, and next to it, reflect and think of any opportunity that has now come from that setback, or any opportunity that you think you can take from that setback, any area for growth. How can you use it to your advantage rather than looking at it as a setback? How can we pivot and change this to something that will now benefit you and your business? Every L, every loss is a lesson. Okay, take it as a lesson to either pivot, to either grow, or to sit and reflect. There is also times to reflect. That could be the opportunity. What are you going to do better next time? Once you've done that, head down to the comments, and let's now end things on more of a positive note and write down a win that you've had this week. What is one thing that has gone well? Let's hold each other accountable and keep pushing. Celebrate the small wins. So if you see someone comment their win, respond to it. Little clap hands, prayer hands, praise hands, anything. Send them a little love heart. Let's celebrate these small wins. I'm celebrating mine today. Okay, so my small win today is definitely filming this video. This is my second video on my YouTube channel now that is business related, and I do want to continue. My small win for today is filming this video and sharing it, editing it. If this video did resonate with you, don't forget to like, comment and subscribe and turn on those notifications, because I will be posting more, especially business related content. If you have any questions or you want more information about one-to-one coaching or just anything generic, or you just want to message me and say hi, you're more than welcome. I do respond. Also, if you know anyone that needs a little bit of motivation to get started, please also share this video with them. It may help them to give them that little boost and help change their mindset. Just remember, you've got this. Every day breeds a new opportunity. Every setback is just a setup for a major comeback. So thank you again for watching. I will see you in the next one.